and welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a crucial topic that affects every aspect of our lives, building self-esteem. Whether you're feeling on top of the world or struggling to get through the day, your self-esteem plays a significant role in how you perceive yourself and interact with the world around. In this video, we'll explore what self-esteem really means, share my personal experience, and provide practical tips to help you boost your self-esteem and lead a more confident and fulfilling life. Let's get started. Self-esteem is a term we use commonly when we are feeling high or low. It's like a barometer that points to our internal temperature at a particular moment in time. Some days you feel on top of the world, and other days you may wilt and droop down. You might wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, I'm feeling low today." Does that mean you have low self-confidence, low self-worth, or low energy? Perhaps you woke up with negative self-talk about a past bad experience, blaming and cursing yourself. Isn't it all an act of one's subconscious mind chattering? Now, if you do not pay attention to the negative thoughts, let them pass and jump out of the bed, pick up the gym bag and go to the gym or for a run, a few things will happen. Your energy levels will go up, your confidence level will increase, respect and pride for yourself will rise as you keep the promise and discipline of going to the gym. This gives a boost to your self-worth and self-love. Your subconscious mind stops negative self-talk, and you may even pat yourself on the back and say, "All is good." One positive act of being in the present, going to the gym, and your self-esteem gets a big boost. Whereas not doing the act could have messed up your day entirely. You would have gotten up on low energy, even with some aches and pains in your body, negative self-talk, criticizing yourself for what you did a week back, bringing down your pride and self-worth. You become harsh on yourself, showing no self-compassion, and thus your self-esteem goes way low. Do you see what happens when we dwell in the past and let negative thoughts overcome us? We doubt our abilities, don't take action, don't value ourselves, and our confidence goes down, taking our self-esteem with it. The first and foremost tool for boosting self-esteem is focusing on the now and being present. When you center your attention on the present, you reduce the clutter and garbage in your mind from your past and future. Mental clarity sets in and you're ready to take action. So let's define self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself inside and out, encompassing what you think about and value in yourself and how you relate to others. It's also related to how you feel others view, treat, and value you. This is why those in an abusive situation or who experience trauma are more likely to suffer from low self-esteem, both concurrently and in the future as a result. Let me share my personal experience. Living in a toxic relationship, I had a major impact on my self-esteem, both within and out. The constant criticism, belittlement, and emotional abuse eroded my sense of self-worth, making me doubt my inherent values that I carried. This significantly diminished my self-confidence, making me second-guess my abilities and judgments. Over time, I found it challenging to love myself as I once did and neglected self-care. Additionally, I became overly critical of myself, blaming myself for the abuse and losing the ability to show self-compassion. All in all, I was in a state of self-pity, regressing each day, not being able to take one single step forward in my life. My motivation to live life was at its lowest ebb, but for the sake of my children. I was exhausted and indulged in negative self-talk, going deeper into the cycle of lower self-esteem and being a victim. Then one day I decided to go to yet another divorce attorney who also happened to be a friend. I had not seen him for years. The expression on his face when I was ushered into his office was that of shock, as if we had seen a dead person walking. I shared my story in brief and asked him, what's the way out of this marriage and the custody of my children? He listened to me intently and said, since the children are minor, they would be divided between the two of you. But how could I let my children go to an alcoholic, a man who's violent, who does not know the meaning of the word responsibility? I asked in a very choking voice. His eyes locked on mine as he asked, were you born a martyr? I don't understand, I said. Are you thinking of sacrificing yourself and your life? Look at yourself, Kanchan. You are so young. You need to be happy. Make yourself happy first to make your children happy. You wouldn't be there to see them if you continued being harsh on yourself. Remember always, me first. He pulled out a blank paper from his printer, wrote in big uppercase letters, me first, and underlined it before handing it to me. Love yourself and be gentle to yourself, Kanchan, he said. His words kept echoing in my mind. Make yourself happy first by valuing yourself and loving yourself. It made a lot of sense to me. That became my mantra from there on. He was my third angel. He gave me the resolve to look after myself first, to make my children happy. My life took a sudden turn for the better. To be happy outside, I needed to be happy inside. I needed to pamper myself more often. Putting myself first would not be an act of selfishness, but self-preservation, self-compassion, and self-love. I needed to be gentle to myself. That weekend, I made an appointment at the spa and got my nails painted red, my favorite color then, and got my hair highlighted. I had earned this pampering. I pushed myself to start looking into the mirror again, just like before. I erected long mirrors around the house. The house was mine, where I should have control, and started to look into the mirror and like the charming woman I saw. I put on my favorite songs and then visited a bookstore picking the thickest novels by Aldous Huxley, The Roots, to indulge myself. I bought fashionable blouses to wear with my cotton and silk sarees and high heels I fancied. I made a conscious habit of looking into the mirror each morning and saying, I am the best. I repeated that each evening before going to the bed. That became my tool. It boosted my self-esteem and began to change my own image of myself. I started to take in the compliments of the colleagues, which were plentiful each day, and enjoyed them. Components of self-esteem. So let's talk about that. Self-confidence, self-love, self-compassion, self-worth are some of the components. You must have noticed I have used terms like self-love, self-compassion, self-respect, and energy while talking about self-esteem. Yes, self-esteem isn't dependent entirely on one thing or set of thoughts. It comprises of 4 basic skills: self-confidence, self-love, self-compassion, and self-worth. Although we can add more to this list, but these 4 play a direct and immediate role in the levels of self-esteem. Self-esteem can shift from moment to moment and day to day, as we all know. Sometimes your sense of self-worth is high, you feel like nothing can bring you down. Shortly thereafter, your mind may become flooded with negative thoughts. You can feel this change in your self-esteem several times a day, even within the same hour. Maybe you start scrolling through social media with ample self-confidence after a great post, but soon after you feel it plummet. Signs of healthy self-esteem. There are some simple ways to tell if you have healthy self-esteem. You probably have a healthy esteem if you avoid dwelling on past negative experiences, believe you are equal to everyone else, no better and no worse, express your needs, feel confident, have a positive outlook on life, say no when you want to, see your overall strengths and weaknesses and accept them. But overly high self-esteem is often mislabeled as narcissism. However, there are some distinct traits that differentiate these terms. Individuals with narcissistic traits may appear to have high self-esteem, but their self-esteem may be high or low and is unstable, constantly shifting depending on the given situation. When self-esteem is too high, it can result in relationship problems, difficulty with social situations, and an inability to accept criticism. To overcome low self-esteem, utilize positive, supportive self-talk, monitor the conversations you have with yourself. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "This will never work," or "everyone is going to laugh at me," you are going to feel bad about yourself. When you catch yourself being overly critical or making negative predictions about your chances of success, stop and ask, what would I say to a friend who was thinking this? Chances are you'd likely offer compassionate words of encouragement. For some reason, it's much easier to be kind to others than it is to be kind to ourselves. But self-compassion can be key to helping you feel better about yourself. Speak back to your negative thoughts with a kinder, more compassionate statement like, "You can do this, do your best, and look people in the eye." Changing your inner dialect can shift your mindset over time. Your brain will begin to recognize that you're more capable and competent than you give yourself credit for. Time to wrap up. Building self-esteem is a journey that requires patience and practice. By focusing on the present, challenging negative thoughts, and practicing self-compassion, you can gradually improve your self-esteem. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. It's about overall opinion of yourself. It's how you value and perceive your worth, abilities, and qualities. It's about believing in yourself, accepting your strengths and weaknesses, and feeling confident in your own skin. Every small step you take towards valuing and loving yourself contributes to a healthier and more confident you. Takeaways for my readers: stop being a people pleaser, prioritize your own needs and boundaries over trying to please others. Step outside your comfort zone, challenge yourself with new experiences to build confidence and resilience. Number 3, stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own journey and achievements rather than measuring yourself against others. 4, forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Accept that everyone makes mistakes and learn to move forward with compassion for yourself. 5, set boundaries in your relationships. Clearly define what is acceptable behavior from others and protect your emotional well-being. 6, celebrate your wins. Acknowledge and take pride in your achievements, no matter how small. This helps boost your self-worth. Let go of negative people. Surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who uplift and encourage you. Call to action. Take a journal and write out a list of things you admire about yourself. This reduces negative self-talks and helps reinforce your positive qualities. Become more aware of negative thoughts. Learn to identify the distorted thoughts that are impacting your self-worth. Challenge negative thinking patterns. When you find yourself engaging in negative thinking, try countering those thoughts with more realistic and positive thoughts. Change your mindset. A pessimistic attitude and fixed mindset lowers self-esteem because they overwhelm your mind with negative thinking. Remind yourself that you are capable and worthy of good things. Use positive self-talk. Practice reciting positive affirmations to yourself regularly. Practice self-compassion. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and move forward by accepting all parts of yourself. I'll post a free copy of the PDF of this whole version on my website. Make sure to download it. Remember, you have the power to change how you feel about yourself. Start today by taking one positive action and watch how it transforms your self-esteem over time. Believe in yourself and keep moving forward with kindness and self-respect. You are worthy, capable, and deserving of happiness. You just heard my personal experience of how I rebuilt my self-esteem by indulging in self-love, self-care, self-compassion, self-confidence, and refinding my self-worth. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. Share your story, your struggles, or your triumphs. We are in this together. I invite you to download my free empowerment guide if you haven't already done so. It's filled with practical tools and inspiration to help you reclaim your personal power. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing yet another empowering topic with you in the next video. Until next time, cherish yourself. Bye for now, and remember, you are enough. Thank you.